the way it goes. Sometimes you're flush and sometimes you're bust. And when you're up, it's never as good as it seems. And when you're down, you never think you're going to be up again. But life goes on. Remember that. Money isn't real. It doesn't matter. It only seems like it does. Seems like it does. Seems like it does.
EA Sports, it's in the game. You talk about a big play. Hey, you don't get any bigger than that.
On the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Stadium.
I just want to be a good role model.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Eagles receiver Palmer. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. On fourth down, Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. After the sack on first down, Carr. And he rifles one incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Now it's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Once again, it's Jacobs. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it,
backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Now out to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Carr. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Carr completes it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back to the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Third and long, it's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Herbert now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's 15-0. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They can really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon Gott.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Herbert will find Williams on the slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Herbert on 1st down now. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen, 37 yards. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And from their own end zone. It's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they...
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Charger drive about to get going. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Josh Palmer from a yard out. And the Chargers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is a chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They get a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Carr now on 1st down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's out right at the 25. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is they're able to get the third down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Carr's thrown, taken in by Adams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Steps away to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to pass here with Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step.
choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.
On the track.
players' motivations, how well your team aligns with...
on the track.
Player's development trait is hidden. Put it...
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Washington Commanders and the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Montez Sweat with a tackle. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. Give the yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It'll be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Carr going to go on 4th down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there? Able to bat it down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now a play fake. Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, 52 yards. And the Commanders are on the board first here in Vegas. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Drop that.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. On first down, Carr. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0.
Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Phillips now for the end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
On 1st down, it's Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Play action, now it's Carr.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
He's got a man complete. 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 89 yards. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 out the gate early.
What? 88 out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On second down, here's Gibson again.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now will be 3rd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington.
Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Phillips now from the end zone. taken down at about the 33.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 33 yards.
And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Malone Nichols in there to take him down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon Gott.
Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gott, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Phillips now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Wentz going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
And Washington able to strike for 6. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Phillips now from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson,
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
and the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing his car on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here we go on fourth down with Carr. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a quarterback under pressure, and they get to him again. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Sly able to put this one through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Carr now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to see.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Mac Hollins, 92 yards. And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Carr will look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. Special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Wentz. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Denzel Perryman with a sack. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up and ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want to...
He's got a man, complete. Let's run. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devontae Adams with his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Carr. Complete at the one, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. Is going to be covered up by Washington. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Gibson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 121 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On the counter, Gibson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive settle things down a little bit.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, the defender got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Las Vegas Raiders. Out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Add some momentum off the opening kickoff.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's not going anywhere to start tonight. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep that really opens things up for you.
They'll run with ETN, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Fourth down, here's Lawrence. Complete to Jones. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. Dancing to his left. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Carr gonna go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are gonna take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Robinson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. He's got room at the 30. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run with ETN. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Lawrence. His pass caught at the 4. 5 yards that yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Second down and 3. Here's Carr. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On play action, now Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Vegas. 46 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Complete, it's Johnson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he's got a man here, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. 7. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. With the handoff to Robinson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Phillips now from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get... rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Midfield now, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. He's got room at the 30. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure what you're doing.
Now on
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're at training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, unable to complete it anyway.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you get the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Phillips now from the end zone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Straight ahead, ETA
taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, here's Etienne. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 55 yards. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big time play.
It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And of course on the 2-point try had the option to run or pass. They pass it there and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On the delay, this is Abdullah. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a play fake. Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Now again, left side. This is Abdullah. He'll take it inside the 25. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw his Carr. And this one's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8. Intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Carr to throw. And it's complete to Adams. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Now Carr, gotta have this one. Looking deep for Adams. And this one is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
61, back box, right, on the ball,
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence, flushed out right. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Robinson up the middle, and he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Jags have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't know.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't.
And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Carr now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and you can see the frustration that's settling in now. It's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Whistles now at a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Looks like he'll throw here. Looking downfield for Jones.
exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
First and 10. Here's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
On third and long, it's Carr, eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's caught at the 10. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a big play there for Vegas. 53 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to